Okay, so Triller.
Yeah.
Triller is
Triller-
promoting a fight.
Listen, before we even get to that, Triller is Barnum and Bailey, Ringling Brothers, Sideshow Circus, ridiculousness that I paid for.
Yes.
I paid for that last stupid fight.
Hey, do you know Lamar Odom is supposed to be boxing what's that Backstreet Boy? His little brother? Aaron Carter?
Are you kidding?
Yes, Lamar Odom is supposed to be boxing Aaron Carter.
Why?
Right? I think his name is Aaron Carter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I think Triller should
Lamar
be,
Odom is like 6'17".
Yeah.
He's also like 60.
No,
Yo,
he's
they
not.
should-
He's
they
like
should
he's
just
barely
start-
like 40 years old.
They should just start getting all rappers and all kinds of people that have beefs and talk shit and start getting them to fucking scrap.
So
in
here's what Triller is.
Okay, let's go.
Here's
I
what
agree
Triller is.
because celebrity boxing is entertaining.
Yeah.
I want to see it, even though they
Listen.
can't fight. We're not going. We're not watching that shit.
This is exactly what Triller is.
Mhm.
Celebrity Deathmatch from MTV.
Yeah, but there used to be celebrity boxing back in the day.
But Triller is legit fighting as far as rules go. It's Celebrity Deathmatch. You watching to see somebody get their arm ripped off and beaten into a skeleton.
Yo, the celebrity deathmatch. You Generation Z's once again don't know what we're talking about.
If you have never watched Celebrity Deathmatch,
But the question that I saw on ESPN is this fight, or better yet, not is this fight. They were positing the concept that the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul fight is bad for boxing.
it's horrible for boxing.
How? Did you just see Canelo rearrange dude's cheekbone?
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
And that guy was doing a good job. Canelo is just a fucking monster.
That wasn't even close.
What? The fight wasn't close?
No.
Okay.
He stopped him in the 8th round. He said he was going to stop him in the 8th round.
Look, all I know is that
He said it in the pre-fight.
I didn't watch the whole fight.
I'm going
I
to
only
drag
saw
him
the
into
highlights.
deep water, and it's going to be around 8 or 10, right around there.
I only saw the highlights. I saw
And
that
when
little right hook that he hit,
Listen.
and it broke his orbital bone. I was like, shit.
When he crossed them T's and dotted them I's, it was no misunderstanding that vocabulary.
So I don't believe that what Triller is doing is hurting boxing. No, the fuck is not.
Really? So you think Lil Uzi's good for rap?
Okay,
Or you
hold
think
on a
Lil
second.
Yachty is good for rap?
Hold on a second.
Do you think Milli Vanilli was good for R&B? Stop it.
Now we're going into deep waters.
Yeah, I know. Hold on a second. Okay.
I do want to see.
Okay, hold on a second.
Floyd Mayweather fuck both the brothers up in one night.
I
Hold on,
agree with that.
Hold on. So since you had all the wild analogies that were actually very good, right? So you think that Little Uzi Vert is good for rap music? And it can continue. So you think that Little Yachty is good? And like just over here just shitting on Little Yachty because his music sucks, but just shitting on him.
It's the argument.
Shitting on him, right? But so here's my argument, right? Analogy for analogy, right? So when Floyd Mayweather fights Logan Paul, that's almost the equivalent of a retired basketball player playing in some rec league and saying that rec league game is hurting the NBA. The fuck out of here.
But they're not trying to get paid. They're not getting TV time.
I don't care. That's like saying the big three hurts the NBA. The big three are all these retired basketball players playing in a 3-on-3 tournament. That doesn't hurt the NBA.
They're already established.
Listen.
There's no validity to either one of these Nuck and Futz brothers.
Nuck and Futz brothers.
That have anything to do with any sort of sporting activity. Don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that they're not athletes.
Right.
I fully give them props for being athletic and having the ability
Yeah,
to
but
pick up their hands.
the dude at LA Fitness is an athlete, bro. So fucking what?
No, he does athletic activity.
I'm saying there's some good athletes at LA Fitness now.
My point is the same thing, is that these people are classifying themselves as professional fighters, more specifically professional boxers.
Listen.
You are not. Neither one of them neither one has fought a boxer.
So here's the thing, right? Floyd Mayweather is a prize fighter.
Yes.
Whose career he is retired from boxing.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't even consider this a boxing match.
I agree.
He does not. So the idea that this is a boxing match is somewhat silly because he's not fighting a boxer.
Who's watching Triller?
Right?
Boxing aficionados?
Everybody and their mama watching Triller.
Who is watching Triller?
Everybody and their grandmama watching Triller.
Young people.
You're missing what I'm saying.
Young people are watching Triller.
Okay. Not boxing fans.
Right.
So they just think of Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. They don't even. I guarantee most of them don't even know that he's retired.
Look, man, more people
Although
watch.
if they saw his hairline, they'd have wondered if he was
More-
retired.
I think what
People
they should,
watch Vince McMahon's WWE than watch collegiate Greco-Roman wrestling,
Of course.
right? And to say that WWE hurts collegiate wrestling is bullshit.
It's not bullshit. They almost got rid of it in the Olympics.
That doesn't mean that it's because of Vince McMahon's product.
It's because of the lack of fanfare to the activity where they felt that it wasn't viable.
So you think that Triller is taking fans from boxing?
No. I think that it's belittling these real fighters that have spent their time, effort, and energy to work their way up the ladder, fight the people that they have to fight, grind in these smoker fights. Where I box at, all those guys go to TJ to fight their fights because they can't fight anywhere else. Right. They have to put in the work. And now because this dude's got 20 million, YouTube followers, he gets to climb into a ring with one of the GOATs?
A retired GOAT.
GOAT nonetheless.
He doesn't get to climb in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Never.
No, because he never would.
Never, ever. No.
Because Canelo would dismantle him.
Floyd Mayweather could beat this kid with one hand.
Dismantle him too. But my point is, you should not get the opportunity.
Nah, man, I disagree.
Well,
I disagree because
the only reason he's getting the opportunity is because Mayweather's down to get a bag too.
Exactly. Wait a second.
I understand that. I get that, and I'm not.
That's what takes away from boxing is this money
and
thing.
I'm not
Same
saying
thing like
it's
Conor got in the ring with him. You know what I mean? Like,
but Conor was a established world champion in multiple weight divisions and had fought up and around and round and round.
that's true, but he wasn't on Mayweather's level.
Not for boxing, but Mayweather's not on his level as MMA.
Yeah, but they boxed.
I hear you. What I'm saying is it's the fanfare of, I wonder if this world-class boxer can get with this world-class MMA guy.
No.
And now we're just discussing the rules.
know why? You know why this is whack? Is because even Muhammad Ali did
judo.
exhibition fights with the big I think his last name is Inoki, big Japanese dude.
Judo.
Like, yeah, but he's also known for wrestling and catch wrestling, and like he did. He was
a judoka.
Yeah, so and that wasn't a real fight; it was an exhibition, right? And that didn't hurt boxing. And then before Floyd fought Conor, he fought this Japanese kid. What's his kid's name? Tenshin Nakazawa, and he beat the brakes off this little kid. And the funniest thing is, this kid was supposed to be the next greatest mixed martial arts fighter, and Floyd got a bag for dismantling this poor kid.
Again,
he's a prize fighter. How was that like, bro?
All this is doing is that's the kind of stuff that is making boxing look bad.
You think so?
Yes.
Is the going and getting a bag. It's like, what about all these dudes that have tried to get up to Mayweather's thing, and this guy could just pretty much slide up in
views.
that?
Yeah, so I think
I'm saying he has not earned. Now, I'm talking about morality. I'm not talking about business. It's business. If I own Triller,
right,
best believe I would set this fight up 100 times out of 100 times.
In fact, if I had Triller, every main would be a real fight.
So
don't leave it to just like this half-ass shit like that, like the Tyson shit.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, if you need to have stuff like that, like at the end, it's like real fighters fighting. You know what I mean?
I could see this argument being valid. Is that if this was a non-exhibition and it was a fight, and that when Floyd loses, he loses his belt. Because these kids didn't earn the right to fight.
Earn the right to climb in the ring at any point in time with him. But they have no amateur record.
Yes.
Okay. They went pro. So basically, Jake Paul's record is I fought a YouTuber. I fought an
ex-basketball player.
And ex-NBA player.
And
a washed-up wrestler who had hip surgery less than a year ago and has been done with MMA.
Yes.
This is your claim to fame.
Right.
This is the record that you are crying about when you win as though you accomplished something. You have set the bar so low. Just give this boy a 10th place ribbon, put him in his special helmet on the little yellow bus, and send his ass back to his mansion. You go do your YouTube thing, bro.
Well, remember, he's not the one getting Mayweather, though.
No, it's the brother.
I'm only saying
his brother
because he's the one that has the record.
Yeah.
But his brother's record isn't any better.
No. I think what we're this argument feels so weird, right?
I know.
Because the belt is not on the line. Floyd is retired.
Right.
The same type of like viewership, because Floyd has spent a lot of time making himself into like a boxing villain, and Floyd is not going to climb back into the ring and fight a valid fighter, just like these kids, Logan and Jake, are not going to climb into the ring and fight an upcoming fighter.
Mayweather fighting this trash. Okay, and I say trash in the sport of boxing. I don't know these guys from anything. I've never watched their YouTube channel.
But Jake, don't get it fucked up. My boy D would fuck you all the way up, son. All the way
because
up.
I'll cheat.
No, we're talking about.
I'll kick you in the inside thigh. You won't have a knee left by the time I'm done with you.
That's cool.
Straight up. You'll never see that left leg touching your thigh, bro.
I want you to put them things on. No,
I'm just saying, I will. Right after I kick the shit out of your front leg. They might disqualify me in the first round. They'd be like, you cannot
You're not
thigh
supposed to kick. You're about, oh, my bad.
My bad.
That one hurt, dude. God, just wet.
Again, my whole point is this, is from a financial standpoint, totally understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Jake going to make your money.
Mm-hmm.
Mayweather going to make your money. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I cannot continue to give you the dap and the respect because you didn't pay your dues. Mm-hmm. You jumped the line because you had a little bit of fanfare.
But he's not in line. He's never in line.
He wants to be.
No,
yes, he is.
He's not in line.
Yes, he
is,
not. Kip. He wants to be a prize fighter.
See, the thing is that the esteem and the revere that Floyd Mayweather created for himself out of a career belongs to Floyd, right?
Not after this.
Once he decides to retire, he can do what he wants. He's not actively fighting
what I'm
competitive
saying is
boxers.
These guys want to be pro boxers.
Bro, there is an 18-year-old kid that's been boxing since he was 10.
I don't think they want to be
that
pro
would
boxers.
beat the brakes.
They want to be new age trolls.
They don't want to be pro boxers.
That's what they keep saying.
So let's talk about it, right? So at the press conference, Logan is relatively professional. Like they said some hurtful shit, but within the confines of the press conference.
No worse than other boxers.
Yeah, no worse than other stuff that other boxers said. Like Logan said, you can't read because his reading is not all that tight. Logan said something about Mayweather not being able to read, and then he said something about him beating up his wife. Oh shit!
Everyone said this shit.
But these are things that we've heard about him before, right? Flash forward to Jake,
because he's the look at me.
Jake is stealing attention from his brother. The speaking to the crowd thing is over, and Jake approaches Floyd, and Floyd says, "I'll fight both of you in the same night." Here is the facts: Floyd would beat both of their asses in the same night,
back to back,
because they do that in sparring, right? Like if we look at the rounds are set up like a glorified sparring match. That's the way it's set up. So the idea that he would fight, 16 2-minute rounds, Floyd could do that shit with a half a training camp. Here's the point: what does that asshole kid do?
Got your hat.
He snatches the hat off my man's head.
And then
Floyd
tattoo.
And then he got a tattoo. Floyd flipped out, and his goons, because Floyd got some goons. The goons jumped all over this kid. Yeah, they tagged him up. And rightfully so.
As they should have.
Scholar.
I think very deeply.
Sinner.